Is slavery still legal somewhere in the world? Apart from the prison labor system that some others have already pointed out. Another thing that exists today, predominantly in South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa, is called debt bondage. The idea is your parents owed someone money, so you have to do labor to pay off that debt, but they can keep inflating the debt and keep your wages low enough that it's literally impossible to pay off the debt, ever. Basically, you're doing forced labor for someone, sometimes for 1,618 hours a day, for little to no money. It's often in hazardous, unsanitary subhuman conditions with dozens of people in one bathing facility, where people can die of things like starvation, dehydration, and all-around unsafe work processes, which I think most people, colloquially, would consider slavery. When people say, legal slavery doesn't exist today, what they mean is the ability to legally buy and sell someone directly as if they were your property does not exist, but since you can trade someone's debt, it's the same thing by proxy. Dig into the workers in Qatar before the World Cup. That stuff is messed up. Legal? No. Legal? Yes. Mauritania was the last country to outlaw slavery in 1981. They didn't do anything about it before 2007. India and China, amongst others, have debt slavery and legal servitude. Libya still has slave markets to this day. There is no law against slavery in 94 countries. IDK if you consider that the same as being legal, but there you have it. India has over 7 million slaves. I believe technically it is outlawed by legislation, but it isn't enforced. Aren't most of our diamonds, chocolate and clothing made by slaves? The USA has slave labor in its prisons where prisoners are forced to work to make goods. It still exists in Africa. In the United States, the 13th Amendment allows slavery if a crime has been committed. After the USA freedomed Libya, the slave market returned, like selling slaves out in the open, as if they were livestock. So, yeah, there are, and we at least in one place, directly or indirectly, made it happen. To put it simply, there are more slaves now than in any point in human history. Mauritania was the last country to officially abolish it in 1981, but didn't have any laws that would punish slaveholders until 2007. According to the 13th Amendment, slavery is legal in the USA for criminals. So just criminalize the behavior of the people you don't like and you've got yourself a supply of slaves. That's why the war on drugs exists. The vast majority of Middle Eastern and African nations permit human property of some sort. Though I won't pretend to say all of those nations, nor all forms of slavery. Some are as simple as contract indentured servitude, but others are full-on, you have no rights as a human being, slavery that comes complete with official paperwork for proof of ownership. They swing vastly between those points. And some countries only look the other way while others straight up permit it openly. Yes, the Middle East, many African countries, and some Asian countries. Don't think for a minute the West's laws apply to the entire planet. There are actually more people in modern slavery today than there ever have been throughout history. The United States prison system. Legal? No, still in practice? Absolutely. Everything from chocolate to rare earth minerals. Go on YouTube right now and look up Libya slavery. The slave market is alive and well. They have auctions and everything. Right here in the US. provided you have been convicted of a crime. 13th Amendment. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States, or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.